Traders in the building, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm so glad that you discovered me, and if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for the continued love and support. You already know what time it is, man. It's that time of the week where I do the weekly analysis, and today I'll be doing the dollar index, gold, US30 and US100, and I'll start with the dollar index since it's the first on the watch list. And as you can see from the get-go, I'm bullish on this particular market, and to explain why for those who are new, it's simply because we are in a bullish trend. Say this because we keep making higher highs over here and we keep making higher lows, and as you can see overall the structure and the trend is going up. That's the reason. Second reason is we are currently above a level of sensitivity. We are currently above a support. Notice over here that price, anytime it got here, it rejected obviously this support. This was a resistance previously. Price rejected, and every time ever since it broke above, came back to retest, and then it got momentum, and then it found support over there. And as you can see, price is going up, and I am expecting that price is going to continue going up at least until this high, and then from that high we can then start to look for something else, either a rejection or a continuation to the upside. But how can you take advantage of this move going to the upside? It's easy. Go to a smaller time frame, the one that you prefer. I will recommend a daily time frame when you come from the monthly, and you look for structure, anything suggesting that the market is about to buy. And as you can see, I've already indicated for you that I'll be expecting a break above this structure, a retest, and this is where I would like to enter my buy, continuing to those highs over there. And also, if you did look at the fundamentals, the GDPs, everything is positive for the dollar. So currently the dollar is very strong, so you can expect that this market is going to buy. As you see, last week we did find support to this area. I did anticipate it was going to come and bounce off here, but that's the thing, man. It could have done anything, but I'm glad it did that. So now that's how you can take advantage of this market. Next week, pay attention to this movement, and if it doesn't happen again, it's no problem. If price gets to this resistance and shows to reject this area, just sell price up till this support. But if it breaks this area, then retest, and then we buy the support. Our next instrument for the day is the gold. This is the instrument that I trade. Personally, I don't trade any other instrument. I'm bullish on this instrument at the moment, and I'll explain why. You notice over here, previously we did have this area of resistance over here. This is the trend line: first touch, second touch, third touch, and a fourth touch. And because of this, I was bearish on this market. However, ever since the Middle East conflict, my perspective changed due to that, right? But overall, I was bearish on this market, but now I'm currently bullish, and that's for that reason and that reason alone. But now, how can you take advantage of this move going to the upside? Go to a smaller time frame, the one that you prefer. I will encourage you to start with the daily time frame, and again, you look for structure or anything suggesting that the market is about to buy. And as you can see, we do have an area of sensitivity over here. Previously was a support, got broken, price became a resistance over here, resisted, and now we did come up to that area this week. And as you can see, we just recently broke above on Friday, and now I'm expecting the market could come for a pullback before we can see that continuation to the upside. By the way, this week was very bad for me in the market, and then let me show you how I traded this week. So on Monday, the market opens and I have something like this. This is what I planned over the weekend. I had this support drawn over here. Price was still around this area over here. I had this support and I had this resistance over here, and I was like, you know what, I would love to buy price if it can get to this support, or if it can break above, come for a retest, and I would buy from that area, right? So like what happens is the market then opens, and as soon as it opens, it drops, right? There was a gap on other brokers. On this one, there's no gap. As soon as it opens, it drops, right? And at that point, I'm thinking to myself, damn, okay, what's happening now? Because I was also trading structure, also focusing on the fundamentals, that there's the conflict in the Middle East, so there is no chance. That's what I thought. There's no chance that gold is gonna sell anytime soon, right? And so when it did this, it really made me doubt my setup, kind of. But I was like, no, what? No, it's fine, man. I'll still look for my setup. And then luckily gold came above again, structure over there. And at that point I was like, you know what, I do believe, because I was looking at this resistance over here, and I was like, I do believe maybe from this area it's just gonna bounce and then continue going up, and then I'll then take my re-entry over here, because that's the trade I was aiming for, even on the weekend, right? And I took that entry, and as you can see, I don't need to explain for you guys, I ended up losing that trade. The market went into profits just a little bit, and then I locked in. I opened another position, and as you can see, I got wicked out of the position, and price then dropped further to the downside. And at this point, this is where I sent a signal to the channel, because I was seeing that, okay, it seems as if we are changing direction, because if the market was supposed to buy, it would have bought already. That's what I thought. And so I marked this low over here as my area of interest. I noticed, okay, price bounced off of this area. If I'm going to enter for a sell, I would love to see price break this support, which I doubted it. I really doubted it would, but I was like, for me to sell, it would have to do that. break this support, and then on the retest I would like to sell the market, and then it did exactly that. So now price breaks the support, comes for a retest, and then this is where I enter for my sell, and price goes into profits. I lock my first entry, I re-enter another second trade, and yeah man, as you can see, I lose that trade too. This is a Tuesday, right? And at this point I'm like, okay, something is not right in the market. This is why I believe I was not only the problem in the market, but maybe there was as you can see, the market wasn't trending, it was moving sideways. As you can see, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. It wasn't moving one direction, it was just going sideways. So maybe this is why I lost more than I had projected to lose, right? And so at this point I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait, I'm not gonna trade this. This is a Wednesday, I'm like, I'm not gonna trade, I'm just gonna look at the fundamentals and see what's happening. And on Wednesday they say the market are choppy like this because investors are waiting for the GDP and the PCE, I think it was, and then from there the market is going to decide where it's going, right? And then on Friday, on Thursday, the GDP comes out to be positive for the dollar, meaning now the dollar was expected to continue going up, which meant that gold should come down, right? And then I see that gold, okay, it was going up. However, then it suddenly broke below this structure over here. Breaking this support for me was like, okay, it's gonna turn it into a resistance. So I would really love to sell on the retest of this particular support over there. And then the market retest, I enter for a sale, and as you can see again, I took an L, and then from there I was like, you know what, I'm done for the week. I'm not gonna trade. On Friday I didn't open any positions, man. So this is what happened. I took a hit this week. Personally, I believe it's because the market wasn't going up or down, it was just moving sideways. So I do believe that next week I'm gonna do better, because as you can see, we just got that impulse. That's what I'm looking for the week that's coming. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Let's move on to US100 or US30. Let's start with US30. On this particular instrument, exactly what I anticipated has happened. However, I won't take credit for that because the market can do anything, right? Let me delete this indicator over here. The market could do anything really. So when the market opened, rather on the weekend, our analysis was that we should see price coming, because it was somewhere around these regions. I did say we should see price coming, breaking the support over here, and then we can look for a retest to the downside. I'm still on that one. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. However, how can you trade this market go to the downside? I would really recommend you guys a 15 minutes time frame and a 5 minutes time frame if you're trading this particular market. US30 and US100, these are the kind of markets where you want to really focus on the smaller time frames, because as you can see, structure normally happens on these smaller time frames. These are the break and retest where you could enter for those sells, break, retest, sell. Like it just moves like that. But on a higher time frame, it's just going to be impulsive candlesticks, big candlesticks. But on a smaller time frame, you can catch these moves very clean. So what you can do next week is you can really expect price to come for a pullback. It doesn't have to, but if it does, wait a pullback, and on this area you can start looking for sells. That's all I have for US30, man. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on to US100 instrument, I was really not I didn't give my bias last week, simply because we were in an area that I really doubted. Let me do like this. So price was failing to break below this support. This was last week, by the way. Price, as you can see, it was failing to break this support. So the market, then I was like, okay, this was a support first time, second time, third time, fourth time. The market is there again. I was like, it could buy from there. However, I don't know. I really don't know, because if this market was supposed to go up, it would have bought then. Why should it come only for the fifth time to buy? If it was supposed to buy, it would have bought already. That's what I thought. Hence, I didn't give my perspective, right? And I also did say that it happens that the market breaks below, you can await a retest and then sell. However, if the market shows that it's rejecting this area, you can look for buys and continue buying this market. And as you can see now, it has broken below the support, so you can expect the market to come for a retest, and you can start selling from that area. Again, you go on a smaller time frame, you look for your entries on the 15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever time frame that you prefer, and you target this low over here, because that's the low of the trend line. That's the first low you should target. You notice this, the touch over here, touch, and many touches actually on this area. So you can expect price to come back at least to that level before you can anticipate something else, either a break below or a rejection to that area, man. That's all I have for the week that is coming. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. If you found this video valuable, please do leave a like, comment something nice, and yeah, man, that's all I have for the week that is coming. Thank you for watching up to this far. I love you guys, and I'm out. See you next week, same time, same place. I'm out.